Good morning, y'all. We're in Genesis 29. Okay. And by the way, we're on YouTube at Preach Facts. Preach Facts. Here we go, Genesis 29. Then Jacob went on his journey and came into the land of the people of the east. And he looked, and behold, a well in the field, and lo, there were 3 flocks of sheep lying by it. For out of that well they watered the flocks. And just a quick recap, what we got going on here, y'all, is that Isaac sent his son Jacob away, and his mom Rebecca sent him away to get a wife from another land because they didn't like the wives of that land. I don't know if they were ugly or they were just whatever it was. They didn't like it. They said that it was not something desirable for them to have children by them. But that's what would have happened if they hadn't have done that. Told him to go back to another land, to her uncle or to a family member, Laban. That's what's going on here. He's on his way journey, but it also he was fleeing for his brother. Fleeing from his brother. It was a 2 birds with 1 stone situation again. That's the way God works. It's never just one thing. So that's important. It's important. God is never doing just one thing. It's never just one purpose that I've seen. If it's only one purpose, then you just don't know the other purpose. Or the other purposes. God is doing multiple things at one time. Okay? So, that's how God is. He's doing multiple things at one time. So, that's part of understanding his character, is knowing that multiple seemingly opposing principles or unrelated are actually all headed towards the same goal. So, anyway. And he looked, and behold, a well, and verse 3:29, and thither were all the flocks gathered, and they rolled the stone from the well's mouth and watered the sheep. This definitely looks like a resurrection picture. They rolled the stone from the well's mouth and watered the sheep, and put the stone again upon the well's mouth in his place. Let's back up to verse 2 just so we can see what it says. And he looked, and behold, because this is a spirit-led channel, y'all. I'm not rehearsing this. I had before. I just think it's better if we just go like this. I'm just going to read it with y'all. He looked, and behold, verse 2:29. A well in the field, and lo, there were 3 flocks of sheep lying by it. For out of that well they watered the flocks, and a great stone was upon the well's mouth. Okay. Definitely looks like a resurrection picture because they moved the stone, or the stone was moved when Jesus came out. It definitely looks like a resurrection picture. Just saying, bro. And Jacob said unto them, verse 4, My brethren, Whence be ye? And they said, Of Haran are we. And he said unto them, Know ye Laban. And he said unto them, verse 5, Know ye Laban, the son of Nahor? And they said, We know him. And he said unto them, Is he well? Preach. And they said, He is well, and behold, Rachel his daughter cometh with the sheep. And he said, Lo, it is yet high day, neither is it time that the cattle should be gathered together. Water ye the sheep, and go and feed them. Excuse me, I'll blow my nose. Okay. There's a lot going on here. So he said, and he said, Lo, water ye the sheep and go and feed them. And they said, We cannot until all the flocks be gathered together until they roll the stone from the well's mouth. Then we water the sheep. Okay, so I'm going to read this up here in the other version because I know there's something significant there. Of course, it's a Christ picture, of course. What isn't a Christ picture? 29:7. And he said, Behold, it is still high day. Now, first of all, back up, he said, they said, It is well. And see, Rachel, his daughter, is coming with the sheep. This is looking like a picture, I'm telling you. And he said, Behold, it is still high day. It is not time for the livestock to be gathered together. Water the sheep and go. Yeah, this is definitely looking like a Christ picture. It's not time for everything to end. We're still in the world, you know. Like I said, I'm not saying it's what it's saying, y'all. I'm just saying it's what I'm saying. He said, Behold, it is still high day. It is not time for the livestock to be gathered together. Water the sheep and go, pasture them. That's what we're doing here. We're at pasture, y'all, at this channel. We're getting our food. You know, we're out here becoming what we're supposed to become. Eating the grain. Take or leave it. So, and behold, it's still high day. It is not time for the livestock to be gathered together. Water the sheep and go, pasture them. But they said, We cannot until all the flocks are gathered together. We cannot until all the flocks are gathered together, and the stone is rolled from the mouth of the well. Then we water the sheep. Yeah, definitely looking like a Christ picture. The tomb was opened, the stone was rolled away. Let's back up. I just need to back up to 4. Okay. Jacob said to them, My brother, where do you come from? They said, We are from Haran. He said, Do you know Laban, the son of Nahor? They said, we know him. He said, it is well with him. They said, it is well. And see, Rachel, his daughter, is coming with the sheep. This is definitely something going on, but I'm not going to read too much into it because we got a pretty good idea of what it's saying. There's only 2 rocks rolled away in the Bible. Stones from an opening. That I'm aware of. And a lot happened when those stones were rolled away. So, take or leave it. While he was, verse 9. And while he yet spake with them, Rachel came with her father's sheep, for she kept them. Preach. And it came to pass when Jacob saw Rachel, the daughter of Laban, his mother's. And it came to pass when Jacob saw Rachel, the daughter of Laban, his mother's brother, and the sheep of Laban, his mother's brother, that Jacob went near and rolled the stone from the well's mouth and watered the flock of Laban, his mother's brother. Ah, let the work begin. Let the work begin, y'all. Get off the, drop the big ones. Let's go. Let's move some stones. Let's water something. I mean, golly, bro. You got to put in work, man. That's what they're saying, bro. You got to put in work. He's seen her. Guess what? It's time to go to work. I need to be a part of this. Boom. Let me move the well. Boom. I've never been here before. But right off the muscle, he jumps in. Okay? That's what I'm seeing so far. He jumps right in. Oh, this is the father's sheep. Oh, let me help you. Oh, I'm here now. Bad example, but no. All right. It's like EA Sports, man. Get in the game. It's in the game. He jumps off and goes right to work. That's what we, guys, yes. Yes, that's what I'm seeing here, guys. He jumped right off and does the main pivotal thing that has to be done. That's what we need to be doing. Main pivotal stuff. Drop the big ones, setting examples. Period. Good night. He jumps off. He moves the stone. He's hands deep now. he's in there now. He's got his hands dirty. You got to get your hands dirty for the Lord, man. Period. If you're not making a change, you got to get your hands dirty for the Lord by getting them clean. Preach. You got to get your hands dirty for the Lord by getting them clean. Yeah. Prax. It's work. Washing hands is work. Period. Get them dirty. That's the irony of it. All right, now. Trying to make it fun, y'all. Trying to make it fun. It is fun. I wish I could water. I mean, we're doing the same thing here. If you share these videos, you're watering the flock. You're rolling the stone away. You got to bring them to the water. You can't make people drink it. You can lead them to the water, but you can't make them drink it, y'all. Do your part. Roll the stone away. Roll the stone away. Christ did his part. He can't make us do anything. I mean, he can. He does, but I'm just saying, he can't. Guys, somewhere along the line, there's got to be a choice. If you're sharing these videos, you're doing the Lord's work, we got a lot of content at this channel, y'all. We got 30 videos, 29 videos in 29 days of just straight, solid study. Preach facts. That's what we do. Every day. 29 chapters in 29 days of straight, solid study. I'm giving you everything I can. None of this is prepared. None of this is coming off somebody else's notes. No, I'm just coming off what I can give you. Now, tomorrow we're just going to do straight New Testament. On Sunday, we're going to make Sunday a straight New Testament day. Because that's it, man. I mean, but I guarantee you could have more content here solid. I say that some of these chapters took some of these chapters took more than one day. But yeah, hopefully this one may not be one of them. But we're not going to rush through any of this. We're not going to rush through any of this. We're not going to rush through any of this. Just trying to make it entertaining, y'all. That's all I'm trying to do. Sometimes it'll be silly. Sometimes it'll be stupid. We just want to get the message across. Paul said that he'll be all things for all men, that he might save some. Don't get on me. Get on Paul. To the heathen, he's a heathen. To this, he's that. To the holy, he'll be holy. To whatever he got to be to save some, he's going to be it. Okay? So I don't mind getting out of character to try to get your attention and get, Yeah. He said, I'll be all things to all men, that I might save some. Preach. Okay. For she kept them. I just love that, man. He jumped in and grabbed that stone. You would think that he would just be chilling. But no, he jumped right in. He jumped right in. That's the way we need to be, man. It's his first time coming on the scene. He really didn't have no business doing that. Nobody asked him to. He just grabbed right in, and he saw something that needed to be done, and he went for it. And like anything else in life, ain't nobody gonna stop you. Stuff needs to be done, man. Stuff doesn't need to be done. Stuff that's being done needs to stop being done. Okay, so yeah, that's beautiful, man. Just jump in, man. That's what I'm getting out of this right here. He just jumped in, and it came to pass when Jacob saw Rachel, the daughter of Laban, his mother's brother, and the sheep of Laban, his mother's brother, that Jacob went near and rolled the stone from the well's mouth and watered the flock of Laban. And that pretty much seals the deal. It's like that opens the door. To me. Y'all may not see things like I see it. I just look at principles. If you're just reading stuff, you're not really trying to, put the pieces together, then do your thing. I'm trying to get everything I can out of this word. This is a living word. It says that in the New Testament that the word is sharper than any two-edged sword, piercing to the point of soul and spirit and bone and marrow. So this word is living, man. It can mean different things to different people. Yeah, facts. I'm trying to get to the most core meaning. And don't get me wrong, there's other understandings out there, but you got to have this first. Knowledge will find you when you're ready. You got to have this basic stuff first, right? If you want to get more knowledge. Knowledge finds you, you don't find it. Preach. You got to be ready and worthy for knowledge. I would bet that if you've seen this video and you watched it this long, something's on you. It's time for you to hear this. Knowledge finds you, you don't find it. Okay? Period. Comma, apostrophe. Exclamation mark. All right. And Jacob kissed Rachel and lifted up his voice and wept. This is great, man. Dang, what kind of day's work is that? You moving the well and you getting the first base? Golly, bro. I need to go do some flock pastures. Cause this is getting, whoo. I didn't know they had all this. Parental advisory advised. Dang, he moved one well and went in for the kiss? Wow. And lifted up his voice and wept. Wow. Love it. It goes right along with what I was saying with the beauty of him jumping off and doing that. He knows he's where he's supposed to be. And that's how it is with the Lord, man. He jumped off, he did the well. He just knows he's found his place. This is where he's supposed to be. This is divine stuff. And that's good stuff right there. Okay. And Jacob told Rachel that he was her father's brother after the kiss. Oh, yeah. Oh, by the way. Okay. That he was her father's brother and that he was Rebekah's son. And she ran and told her father. Preach. Who said you couldn't get stuff done on first dates? I don't know. This wasn't even a date. It's the first time you met. Golly, I gotta take some pointers on this. And it came to pass when Laban heard the tidings of Jacob, his sister's son, that he ran to meet him and embraced him and kissed him and brought him to his house and told, hold on now. Golly. And he told Laban all these things. A lot of kissing going on here. Let me slow down. Okay. Sheesh. And it came to pass when Laban heard the tidings of Jacob, his sister's son, that he ran to meet him and embraced him and kissed him and brought him to his house. And he told Laban all these things. I take back what I said about the Rachel thing. I guess it was more like a greeting. I don't know. Maybe. 14. And Laban said to him, we're in 29:14. And Laban said to him, surely thou art my bone and my flesh. And he abode with him the space of a month. Yep. This is definitely kind of looking like a Christ picture, because when we do this stuff, the Spirit's in us. God sees that. That's not us. That's not us. Anytime stuff is going on, that's not us. God says, hey, that's my people, that's my flock, that's my children. So let's finish the picture, y'all, and drop the big ones. Drop the big ones. Covetousness, idolatry. Drop the big ones so we can be recognized with our good stuff and our good characters. Drop the big ones, y'all. Drop the big ones. Okay? You don't see Jacob doing anything crazy. He's there. He's there to work. He's there to help. There's nothing bad in this man. That's what we like to see. Okay, now. And Laban said unto Jacob, because thou art my brother, shouldest Shouldest thou therefore serve me for naught? Tell me, what shall thy wages be? Okay, now there's more Christ picture coming in. Well, for one, guys, this work isn't just for nothing. We're doing the work of God, y'all. You know, it's going to be done regardless, with or without you, but nevertheless, there's stuff that comes along with us being what we are. Okay? God is not just going to ask you to do all this for nothing. So there's a lot of good stuff coming now and later. So you can't sit here and tell me that if you do everything you're supposed to do, drop the big ones, stop sinning, drop the big ones, man, basically, and then make a sincere turn and do some work for the Lord. Whatever it is, sharing these videos, ministry, whatever it is, you know, helping somebody else out, whatever it is that you make it your lifestyle, you can't sit here and tell me that you don't have peace and that you don't have a surety in your life. You either haven't dropped some of the big ones you need to, you haven't done something, because there is rewards and payment for doing this. I can vouch for that. You need to take a good hard look, or just go about your way, because we still need logs on the fire, y'all. Because all of the people all the people that don't make it, they got a purpose too. They're logs on the fire. We're putting up aroma. We got to feed Wrath. He's hungry. So we got plenty of stuff to do. So you're not without purpose. Okay? You're not without purpose, even if you fail. So either way, you're gonna be used. God doesn't waste stuff. So nothing is a waste with God. So that's just part of His character. Nothing is a waste with God. So He's either going to use your stuff against you or for the greater good. By your path is going to lead somebody else in the right way. Your negative path is either going to lead somebody else down the right way, or an example or a lesson learned or something, or just the straw that broke another camel's back. Your negative stuff is either going to be the straw that broke a camel's back somewhere, maybe not yours, but it's going to play a role in somebody getting something good, or something like that. Or if not, it's going to be just fuel on the fire. Period. So it can be for you or against you, but it's not about you. Okay? Not about you. So, and Laban had 2 daughters, and the name of the elder was Leah, and the name of the younger was Rachel. Leah was tender-eyed, but Rachel was beautiful and well-favored. Tender-eyed. Okay. This is just regular stuff, man. This is the way it's supposed to be. Regular stuff. It's the way nature works. I don't really like that word nature, because it implies that things are just happening. We're in God's nature. Period. You're either with God's nature or you're not. The creation itself is of God's nature. So you're either in the Christ nature or you're in the Antichrist nature. One of two things. There is no straddling the fence. You're either heading in one of two directions. However subtle it may be, you're either of one of two natures. That's what matters to you. That's the way it works. Period. At the end of the line, that's the standard that's being held against you. That's the measuring rod. That's the scales. The scales are you're gonna be found passing or found wanting. It's like when you go to a Six Flags ride. If you're not tall enough to get on that ride, you're just not getting on that ride. Period. End of story. Y'all remember when y'all were kids and y'all went to the fair or the Six Flags and they had the little thing you're supposed to blah. Yeah, same thing. You're either going to be reaching that point or at that point or you're not. They're not going to let you on for safety reasons. Same thing. We need to be growing spiritually. We need to be growing spiritually so that we can meet the mark. And you can do it today. It's not about an altar call. It's about the change you make. Go to video 3 and 4. Go to video 3, guys, about the sin. Okay. All right. So, because, yeah. All right, so we might get through this chapter. We're doing good. I just have to say what's going on. But yeah, so Laban, and Jacob loved Rachel and said, "I will serve thee. She's well favored." I don't know what that means, but I'm guessing she had a body. I don't know. Leah was tender-eyed, but Rachel was beautiful and well-favored. I don't know. It sounds like it. So Jacob loved Rachel and said, "I will serve thee 7 years for Rachel, thy younger daughter." And Laban said, "It is better that I give her to thee than that I should give her to another man. Abide with me." And Jacob served 7 years for Rachel, and they seemed unto him but a few days, for the love he had to her. Preach. It's not work. This is not work that we're doing for the Lord. There's joy in it. This is not work. Guys, when you're living your life for the Lord, this is not drudgery, man. This is not drudgery. This is not drudgery. This is joy working. We're living out our purpose. We're doing what we're supposed to do. We know where we're headed. We're in love with the Christ. We're in love with the Christ. Okay? So, when you love what you do, it's not work. You have a passion for the Lord and a passion for what you're doing. The love of God is in your heart. And you really have zeroed in on your faith. And don't get me wrong, He got to find you too, like I said. So, I try not to do too much preaching to convince people. If you're watching these videos, it's for you. You're at a place where you can accept it. I honestly believe that if you watching these videos, that you are actually at a place where you can go. You're eligible. You got to be ready for these teachings, man. We have done a thorough study, and we're still going. Okay? So, guys, I forgot what led me down that path, but yeah. Oh, there's joy. There's joy in this. This is not working, man. We got eternity to go through. We have no room for fatigue. We are pushing on. Death, what is that? No, we don't die. No, we don't die. The body dies. If, maybe. If Christ comes back tomorrow, or today, or in 5 minutes, guess what? We're raptured up. We do not die, y'all. We're going on to eternity. So all this stuff, this worldview about, oh, we're getting tired, it's time to retire. No. We're trying to break records, change cultures. We're trying to do crazy good stuff for the Lord. Okay? Whatever He'll have us do, that's it. Or whatever He'll allow me to do, we're going to do it. We're trying to reach the masses. We're trying to do amazing things here. You know? So. And Laban gave to and it came to pass, and Jacob served 7 years for Rachel, as they had seemed unto him but a few days, for the love he had for her. Yep. And Laban gave unto his daughter Leah Zilpah, his maid, for a handmaid. And it came to pass that in the morning, behold, it was Leah. And he said to Laban, let me back up here because it's getting kind of confusing, but yeah. (29:24). Laban, but in the evening he took his daughter Leah and brought her to Jacob. For Jacob said to Laban, give me my wife that I may go into her, for my time is completed. Man, he's ready to smash. Whew. 7 years, he ain't playing. Let's go. Good night. Man. Hey. Is that what it's all about? Okay, I guess so. I will serve you 7 years for your daughter Rachel. Laban, it is better that I give her to you than that I should give her to any other man. Stay with me. So Jacob served 7 years for Rachel, and they seemed to him but a few days because of the love he had for her. Then Jacob said to Laban, verse 21, give me my wife that I may go into her, for my time is completed. He said, give me my wife so that I may go into her. Literally. Golly. So much for chivalry is dead, I guess. Give me my wife that I may go into her, for my time is completed. So Laban gathered together, verse 22, all the people of the place and made a feast. But in the evening he took his daughter Leah and brought her to Jacob, and he went into her. Laban gave his female servant Zilpah to his daughter Leah to be her servant. This looks like the Holy Spirit. This looks like a substitute. This coming off the hip, y'all. This looks like a substitute for he gave us the Christ as a substitute slaughter. I'm just saying, it looks like a substitute. We were supposed to get Rachel. We're supposed to get slain, but we get a substitute with the Christ. I'm just saying, it doesn't really make sense, but just saying, it looks like a substitute. He pulled a fast one. Okay. And in the morning, behold, it was Leah. And Jacob said to Laban, "What is this you have done to me?" This is crazy, man. He was in such a hurry, he just went into something. This is crazy. This is crazy, man. So Laban gathered together all the people of the place and made a feast. But in the evening he took his daughter Leah This is crazy, man. I'm not going to speak too much on this. But yeah, we got to calm down, guys. Me too. Because, man, you just, wow. You know, but in the evening he took his daughter Leah and brought her to Jacob, and he went into her. Laban gave his female servant Zilpah to his daughter Leah to be her servant. And in the morning, behold, it was Leah. And Jacob said to, that's crazy. What you mean, behold? Like you don't know who you're getting, bro. I mean, really? I don't think he even cared. I mean, that's crazy. The Lord knows what you need, man. And I'm glad this illustration was made, because all of these worldly desires and these sexual desires that he's wanting, that Christ surpasses all of that. So this is an eye-opener for me, because you know, that's a lot of a main type of sin is sexual stuff. And I got to remember that the Christ is going to fulfill and is fulfilling way more than that. So I gotta chill and hold my horses, knowing that the Christ is way more than fulfilling that desire, that momentary desire. You know, I gotta acknowledge what he's doing for me, and I gotta stay on that path of knowing and realizing how fulfilled I really am, and quit being pulled away by stuff. Because this is an image of the Christ. It's said the bride. This is dawning on me too, y'all. So I want to thank y'all for joining on me. I mean, I've heard about the Christ, but just the full implication of the bride and the bridegroom, and you know, going into her and all this. It's the same thing with the Spirit of Christ. The spiritual intercourse that's happening. He's coming into us, and you know, having the new creation, hopefully. So I gotta remember the new creation, and and keep that in mind, that this is comparative to the worldly things, intercourse, the bride and the bridegroom. So guys, yeah, I don't know if you're picking up what I'm putting down, but yeah. Okay. And in the morning, behold, verse 25. What is this thou hast done to me? Did not I serve with thee for Rachel? Wherefore then hast thou beguiled me? And Laban said, It must not be so done in our country to give the younger before the firstborn. Huh. There's something going on there too. Fulfill her week, and we will give thee this also for the service which thou shalt serve with me yet 7 other years. Fulfill her week. I'm just going to read through this, y'all, for finishing the chapter. And Jacob, verse 20, and Jacob did so, and he fulfilled her week, and he gave him Rachel his daughters to wife also. And Laban gave to Rachel his daughter Bilhah, his handmaid, to be her maid. And he went in also unto Rachel, and he loved also Rachel more than Leah, and served with him yet 7 other years. And when the Lord saw that Leah was hated, he opened her womb, but Rachel was barren. This is deep. This is deep. So the Lord is on the mind. The Lord is on the Lord is very involved in the care for the women. And that's good, of course. I'm just saying, like, this is a new dynamic we haven't really seen yet thus far. So the Lord is on the heart of the women also. The woman. This is deep. This is important. Yeah. This is a big thing for women. And when the Lord saw that Leah was hated, he opened her womb, but Rachel was barren. And this is a dilemma. This is a dilemma. And Leah conceived and bare a son, and she called his name Reuben. For she said, Surely the Lord hath looked upon my affliction. Now therefore my husband will love me. And she conceived again and bare a son, and said, Behold, the Lord hath heard that I was hated. He hath therefore given me this son also. And she called his name Simeon. So this is deep, man. Really deep. A lot of stuff. For lack of time, I'm just going to read these last 2 verses. And she conceived again and bare a son, and said, Now this time will my husband be joined unto me, because I have borne him 3 sons. Therefore was his name called Levi. And she conceived again and bare a son, and she said, Now will I praise the Lord. Therefore she called his name Judah, and left bearing. So guys, there's a lot going on in the last few verses about, why there's love going on. One isn't loved as much. She says that he'll have feelings for her because of the child and stuff like that. That's kind of deep, but yeah. To me, that's just an image of, when we're working for the Lord and stuff like that, the Lord is going to love us more. You know, so guys, you walk the walk, you're gonna feel the love. You know, you're gonna feel the love if you're bearing fruit. You're bearing children. You're bearing fruit. You're gonna feel the love more. So there's a lot going on here with the moral dilemmas. But we're done for the day, y'all. Maybe tomorrow I'll be able to recap some of those last verses. But yeah, that's it, man. Y'all have a good day. We're on the Gmail at preachfact7@gmail.com. Preachfact7@gmail.com. We're at YouTube on PreachFacts. I encourage you guys to go back and read this chapter as we do Genesis 29. Yeah. So, and I encourage you guys to memorize Psalm 91. If you either want to get closer to God or you don't, man. But if you're not doing anything, then don't expect to. Yeah, memorize Psalm 91. Let it play in your, this and that. I don't have it yet. I'm working on it. Read a psalm and a proverb a day. That kind of thing. Really, you got to make an effort, man. You got to make an effort. All right, guys. See you tomorrow.